どうも、テネシー在住日本人 YouTuber のZackです。早速ですが、来たる11月3日の大統領選挙に向けて、Zackチャンネルでは大統領選挙シリーズということで動画を配信しています。最初の動画ではアメリカ大統領選挙について簡単に解説しています。サクッと分かりやすくまとめておりますので、まず基本情報としてそちらをご覧ください。そしてここ当地アメリカで実際に投票権を持っているアメリカ人の友達6人を対象にインタビューを実施しました。日本にいるとなかなか聞けない有権者の生の声ということで、ぜひ最後まで見ていってください。今回インタビューをしたのはサムです。それでは早速どうぞ。
Hello.
So, hello, Sam.
いかつ。
So, Sam, please introduce yourself.
I'm Sam. I am Tennessean, I guess I would say. I have been living in Tennessee most of my life. I am a graduate student and a research engineer.
Sounds cool. Okay, so next question.Who will you vote for?
So I plan to vote for Joe Biden.
So why Joe Biden?
I would say Joe Biden isn't necessarily my favorite candidate. I have a lot of problems with some of his policy positions, but I think for me, it's very important that we don't have another term of President Trump, because I think it would be a lot better for the country if we had someone else in office. So Joe Biden we kind of know everything at this point about what a Joe Biden presidency would look like and about what a Donald Trump presidency looks like. We've had both of them in the White House, and we've seen kind of what their policy positions are. We've seen what their behavior is. So I think for me going into this election, I've had a lot of problems with the way Donald Trump has handled the presidency. And for me, it's really important that there is a more, I think, suitable choice in Biden, because while I disagree with many of the things that he's campaigning on, and I disagree with a lot of the way he's doing his campaigning, for example, he said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. I really was offended by that comment.
He really said that?
Yes.
Unbelievable, ne?
Yes, very unbelievable. I was not happy. I think at this point, for me, there's a lot of reasons to think that in the counting of the election results, that we need to have kind of a landslide victory for Biden, or put another way, maybe a landslide loss for Trump, for there to be a less of a chaotic election and to kind of have a smoother transition into a new presidency. I think, I guess I could also talk about this, but I was originally not planning on voting for Biden. So the way the Electoral College works, in the way votes are allocated for each state, Tennessee is a red state. All of Tennessee's electors are going to go towards the Republican candidate pretty much every election cycle for the president. So I was originally going to kind of do a protest vote. So either voting for a third party candidate or writing in a vote. So the reason I decided not to do that was because, like I mentioned before, I think it's important to have a very clear winner. There's already a lot of mistrust over the results of the election, and we're not entirely sure that we'll know who the winner of the election is on November 3rd, on election night. It may very well take days or maybe even weeks for us to have all of the votes counted because of the nature of the pandemic and mail-in voting and all of that. So in my mind, I think having there be a clear winner helps remove some of the uncertainty that will probably be happening in the weeks following the election. And so, I'll do my small part by voting for Biden, kind of sucking it up and voting for him, even if I don't want to.
I see. Okay. So, next question. What kind of future do you want for America?
That's kind of a big question. I think what I want for America is to see a future where we kind of live up to the ideals of freedom and prosperity that kind of those are the things everyone always talks about with America. Those are the things that American children are taught in school, and the things that I think a lot of people believe in until something happens that makes them kind of doubt that. And I would like to see an America where that is true, and true, for everyone and not just for certain people. So I think having economic freedom for everyone. So, having support so that we can raise people out of poverty, and that we can have healthcare for as many people as possible, having, quality education. I think things that are not unreasonable to expect, but, we struggle with continually as a country. So I guess I kind of want to see kind of what I would define as true freedom, and not just kind of freedom on paper, freedom where we actually can feel like we can have the ability to make decisions in our lives without the fear of going, bankrupt if you have a medical bill that you can't pay for, or, you can't go to college because you can't afford it. Those to me aren't freedom, and I'd like to see that fixed.
Sam, that would be the last question. Eh?
Okay.
So what do you want to say to the people who are watching this video?
All right. What would I want to say? Okay. All right. I think I have an answer. So I think America has a very big reputation. Sometimes it's a good reputation. Maybe lately for a lot of people around the world, not so good. And I guess what I would have to say is, I try to, if other people around the world look at America and kind of the big, the media output of America and the influence that we have globally, I want people to kind of take the right lessons from us if they're going to pay attention, pay attention to the things that are good. Because I think there are some good things. I think we've made a lot of social progress in America. And I think we've made a lot of progress on just raising awareness of certain issues, even though oftentimes we only have that awareness because they're really big problems here. And I guess I would like if people looking in were able to maybe learn from our example, sometimes learning not to do that thing that we are doing and, pull from the good things as well.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. I think that was really good interview.
Great.
Okay, Sam. So thank you so much. Have a great night.
Yeah. Thanks for messaging me, and stay in touch.
Yes. Let's have party.
Yeah, definitely. See you later.
Bye. Yes. Bye.